Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News, episode 279. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Bryan Hodge here, and welcome back to another episode of WWE News and Rumors. So, we have some juicy stuff to talk about. I'm just as pissed, still, it's Tuesday, still just as pissed at Hell in a Cell as I was like in the last video, in the reaction video, and probably just as pissed still as all of you are. So anyway, this we'll talk about some Hell in a Cell stuff and some other juicy stuff in this episode. So enough running my mouth. Let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, the first news story. The first news story is very confusing. I am completely lost here. Maybe you guys could help me here understand this. So on Friday Night SmackDown, they did this match, right? They had the Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon in a ladder match, and the winner got to stay in WWE, but the loser had to basically retire, had to leave the WWE or whatever. So Kevin Owens won. So that should mean Shane McMahon is no longer a WWE wrestler. He shouldn't be able to wrestle. He shouldn't be on the show or whatever like that. And he should be, you know, moved on. Like WWE, they have these listings of wrestlers, like current wrestlers, alumni, past wrestlers, whatever. And whatever. So basically, Shane McMahon should have been moved to like the alumni section, right? No, that's not what happened. Actually, Kevin Owens got moved to the alumni section. I don't know if they fixed it yet, but if you go on WWE.com, I don't know if it's still there, but it might be if you go look real quick. Kevin Owens is in the alumni section, and Shane McMahon is not. Shane McMahon is still in the current wrestlers list, and Kevin Owens is not. He is in the alumni section. I don't understand it. I mean, I don't know if they're trying to make some kind of storyline out of this, or if this is over, if this is the end of the feud and Shane has to leave, in theory, but I'm lost here. Kevin Owens is the one in the alumni section, the one in the past wrestler section, not Shane McMahon. Makes no sense. I don't understand it. All right, the next news story. The next news story is about Daniel Bryan. So, if you guys don't know, you should know if you've been a fan of WWE for more than a few years though. But Daniel Bryan had to retire a few years ago just because his body just wouldn't work anymore. Let's just leave it at that. But he would not give up on his dream. He kept fighting and was able to actually have a wrestling return. And ever since has been doing amazing. I just want to clear up something. Like, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but there was rumors that Daniel Bryan was injured because he was kind of like selling really good at the end of Hell in a Cell there. Daniel Bryan is completely fine. He's not injured. He's all good there. Just wanted to clear that up. But he is talking about retiring again. I hate to do that transition, but he's not retiring as a full-time wrestler, so there's nothing like that to worry about. Basically, he just said, you know, here in a few years, I might slow down a little bit. I might not be here like every week because I'm going to focus more on like being a father and kind of doing things like that. But I'm always going to be a wrestler here because personally, Bryan honestly can never walk away from wrestling. I know I can never walk away from wrestling. So yeah, Daniel Bryan, he might just slow down a little bit, might just be doing the big shows and kind of focus on being a father here in the next few years, which is completely fine. But as of right now, Daniel Bryan's not injured, he's completely fine, he's not retiring, he's a full-time wrestler, and he is doing amazing stuff. All right, the next news story. The next news story is about John Cena. So, John Cena, he confuses me. So, speaking of retiring, John Cena had like a talk with, I don't know who this was, I think it was like NBC or something, CNBC or something, about, what the heck is CNBC? I don't know, I don't watch TV, just leave me alone, guys. So John Cena has basically said, the headline they put out was, John Cena says he will never retire. And I'm like, what? What are you even talking about? John Cena has been like teasing retiring for like years, and just, like ever since he has stopped being like a full-time wrestler, he's just been like talking and teasing that he might be retiring, he might be returning, blah, blah, whatever. So basically in this thing he said, I will never retire from WWE, I will never step away from WWE. I might not compete in the ring, which is a retirement, but basically he's saying he's gonna be like Ric Flair or someone. He's always gonna be there, he's always gonna come around, but he's always gonna participate in the WWE in some way, if it's not in the ring in some way. And he said that he can't keep up with the schedule anymore, like that grueling schedule that he used to have to do, which is why he's not there full-time anymore. His body can't keep up with it. And that as long as he can keep having matches, good matches, he's going to keep having matches until he has to step out of the ring because he doesn't want to be like one of those old guys who just like wrestling when they're like 90 years old or whatever. But John Cena, I cannot remember the last match he had because he has not been in an actual feud, like a feud in a while. I mean, maybe like a kind of like an Elias thing, but it's been a while. We need Cena back. I mean, I know a lot of people like to talk crap about Cena, but it just doesn't feel like the same company without John Cena there. And he's basically non-existent in the product right now, and that's something they need. Just come back and let the Fiend like like kill him or something. Just bring Cena back. I mean, what the hell is he? I know he's filming that. He's like in the new Suicide Squad or something, and they're filming it in Georgia, and that's where he's at right now. But maybe it was when he's done with that. You can come back and have a match with the Fiend or something. Something cool. Come on. All right, guys. That's actually all the news stories I had to talk to you guys about today. Well, the news stories. Now I'm going to talk about some unconfirmed news stories, also called rumors. And I'm going to use my catchphrase, which is on my t-shirt, on my merchandise store, on a juice box, on the description, whatever I'm trying to say here. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the news stories. And now we're going to talk about some juicy rumors. All right, the first rumor, Survivor Series 2019, Chicago, Illinois. What match is going to be main eventing the show is the question. And apparently WWE accidentally released this early. I don't know how they did this, but apparently after the Hell in a Cell show, they accidentally tweeted that The Fiend is going to be facing Seth Rollins in a rematch for the Universal Championship. I really hope to God that they really put it on The Fiend. If not, you don't want to do that in Chicago. Let's just leave it at that. We do not want to have that same finish in Chicago. Like, maybe in Cali they can get away with it in Sacramento, but I no way in Chicago. That place will literally, not even exaggerating, Chicago wrestling fans will literally burn that arena to the ground. I'm not even kidding. They will light the arena on fire, literally. It's just gonna be a mess. So hopefully they actually do put the title on the Fiend then, if they're actually doing this rematch. But apparently after the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, WWE released a tweet saying Rollins and Fiend would have Bray Wyatt, whatever, would have a rematch for the Universal Championship at Survivor Series, and they deleted it like 3 minutes after they put it up. So I'm sure the screenshot someone has somewhere. I can't find it right now, but I'm sure there's one out there somewhere. But that's why it's in the rumor section and not the news section, because I can't find the screenshot. But, I mean, I think it's something they would do, because it just seems like the way Vince would book. You'd have Fiend and Rollins inside the Hell in a Cell, and then the Fiend gets screwed. And we're going to have a rematch, and hopefully the Fiend wins then. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, the next rumor. The next rumor is about Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is injured. Yeah, I don't know where it happened in the match. Maybe just all of it together. Now, when you're inside the Hell in a Cell, I'm pretty sure everyone gets injured a little bit, but they're not like a full-on injury where it's like, oh, we're gonna have to take months off, we're gonna have surgery, we're gonna have to do rehab and all this other stuff. They just kind of get a little banged up and be like, I need a few weeks off before I can do anything, because I just get the hell beat out of me in there. No one really knows what it is, because there's not much detail out about it right now. WWE's trying to keep it a little hush-hush, but basically the only thing we know is it's a back injury. No idea how severe it is. She could have just, landed on one of the weapons and just been, oh, I'm banged up, I'm going to need a few weeks off. Or it could be, I broke my freaking back. I don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see on that. But Sasha Banks is injured and she's going to be out for a little while. She couldn't get medically cleared this week, so all we know. All right, the next rumor is about Becky Lynch and her Raw Women's Championship. So basically, Sasha's injured. So who is going to be facing Becky? Who's going to be feuding with Becky for the title now? Well, the rumor, are you ready for this? Who in the whole WWE can feud with Becky Lynch for the title? Who would it be? Asuka. Asuka's who they're choosing. I don't know. I think they should have chose like Alexa Bliss, because Alexa Bliss is not, tag champ anymore, so she's kind of free to do whatever. I mean, Asuka's tag champs, shouldn't they be focusing on like finding tag teams to face them? But no, Asuka is rumored to be going after another title now. Doesn't make much sense. I would much prefer Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch, but I guess they're not doing that. Or maybe they will change their mind, but right now the rumor is that Asuka will be facing Becky Lynch for the title, I guess the Survivor Series, if not a Crown. Well, no, it gave me Crown Jewel. They don't allow women's matches there. I keep forgetting that, which is highly. I'm just gonna shut my mouth before something bad happens. But yeah, definitely they should do Alexa Bliss and Becky instead. But that's just my opinion. Let me know yours down below. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and the final news story, the final rumor, the final thing I will be talking about inside of this news video. It's about the Fiend. It's about Bray Wyatt. So this is something scary. And this is always scary about the WWE when someone gets a huge push, something like this can happen. The Fiend's injured, guys. The Fiend is injured. Bray Wyatt is injured. But there's good news. We have a little more information than the Sasha Banks injury. The Fiend is not badly injured. He's just a little beat up in the cell. Like, it's obviously, like, look what the hell he went through in the cell. He's a little injured. It's nothing too crazy. The only reason this is even news is because he actually couldn't get medically cleared last night. After Hell in a Cell, he couldn't get medically cleared. He was in a dark match. He wasn't actually on Raw. He was in a dark match. If you don't, dark segment, I guess, and don't call it a match. He didn't have a match, but if you guys don't know what the dark segment match, dark thing is, basically after Raw goes off the air, they'll do a little something, sometimes for the people who just, buy tickets and went to the actual show. So what they did is Cesaro was in the ring, and basically the Fiend attacked and gave the claw to Cesaro. So that's what happened. So he did get a little physical there, but he wasn't like physically cleared to have a match or anything. So the Fiend is like Bray Wyatt. He's fine. He's just a little beat up in the cell. As for Sasha, I don't know, and we will just have to wait and see. So there you guys have it. That is this episode of WWE News and Rumors. So if you guys enjoyed it, if you did, make sure to give this video a like. If you're on the channel, make sure to subscribe. Remember, that is absolutely free here on YouTube. If you want to help support the channel outside of YouTube, I have links down below. If you guys are looking for tickets for literally anything in the world, wrestling event, concert, sporting event, whatever, circus, whatever, I have a code that can save you 20 bucks off your tickets, which can be a big amount depending on what kind of show you're going to. The code is just my last name. I am Brandon Hodge. The code is just Hodge. If you see it before, you have to make a new account to use my code. Definitely, probably, yeah, I definitely shouldn't be saying that. If you want a cool Brandon Hodge t-shirt, I have a merchandise store as well, but I will let you guys go. If you guys can help support me in any of those ways or not, I still love you all the same, and I thank you guys for watching this video. I'm Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.